house we always go. We family now. Hey, hey. We family now. Hey, hey. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Family Time Podcast. It's your boy Ike Jokes. You know what it is, man. All real talk, some laughs, bring great conversation with some amazing guests. Um, I think this guest is one of the best cooks in Virginia, hands down. Hands down,
Hello,
one of the best
somebody.
cooks in Virginia. Uh, please help me welcome the one and only Chef Telly. Please, Chef Telly, thank you for joining the Family Time Podcast.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for
How,
having me.
how your day going so far?
I've been cooking already. I'm tired.
what what time did you get up and get in the kitchen?
I started today at 5:35.
Wow,
I
that's
said I was going to be done.
crazy.
I got about 45 minutes more to do.
Oh man. So listen though, tell people who don't know you, tell them about yourself.
Ooh, is this a loaded question?
It's whatever you want to share. Question.
I'm Chef Telly. I am a woman. I am a wife. I am a mom, and I'm a business owner.
Hey
I'm all the
man,
things.
hey, ain't nothing wrong with having a lot of hats on. Multitasking is the best. So how was your journey becoming a chef though? Like, how do you think your journey was, or have it been so far for you?
Ooh. So my journey, I feel like my journey was an accident. it,
Mm, accident.
it
Some okay.
started more so as really me meal prepping for myself.
Mm,
I was working in corporate America and I was making my own lunches, and it was just one of those things where, your coworkers like, "Ooh, what you got?"
yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, something I just made," and that went on for a couple of days, and by the end of the week, it was like, well, what if I just gave you some money? Could you make my lunch too?
Yeah. I mean, those what you call greedy coworkers. They want to eat your food though. That's them greedy coworkers. Um, I got another question though. So when did cooking become more than a hobby? Like when did you realize, you know what? Maybe I can make some money off this. Like maybe my hobby can be more than what it is.
I would say that changed for me when I went from meal prepping for one to two of my coworkers to meal prepping for people I didn't know.
Mm,
I worked in corporate America, and I just sent an email out with the menu, and people would just forward the menu around the office. I wouldn't even meet them. And
wow.
it would just be, we had multiple refrigerators in our break room, and I would just write their names on it and put it in the break room. And when I moved up to like 17, 18 people, I was like, okay, girl, we might be doing something. But
Yeah.
it led to just random, like, hey, you do baby showers? And then from there, it was, of course I do.
So so it became something you were just meal prepping for yourself. You took some food to work. People liked it. When did you like when you okay, so when you go to the store and buy your food for the people, right? You gotta
Mhm.
go home, you gotta make it. And you gotta take it to work and you gotta sell it. Now, I know me, when I first started selling shirts, I won't make no money because I was just happy people wanted to buy it. So when you first started selling them at work, was you making any money off of it or you just happy to do it?
Nope, I was just covering my lunch. That's what
Mm,
mattered, that I didn't have to buy food for myself. So it started that way. I was just covering my lunch. I was a couponer. So it was just like, hey, I'm helping everybody. It's not taking a bunch of my time. And even when I first started doing catered orders for coworkers' events, it was just like, a couple of dollars, a little extra. I might could get a couple of groceries for my house, but it really wasn't where I wasn't business minded. I was just
right.
excited that somebody else wanted to eat my food, excited that people were excited to eat my food, and I just left it at that. But it
Mm,
didn't really become a profit until I really took a step back. Like, you get a lot of people asking me to cook, and at this rate, it's starting to take up some real time. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just pick numbers. I wasn't
hmm
really looking at it from a business standpoint. I was just picking random numbers and see if they'll pay for it. And then from there, it was just like, this might really be something. And I enjoy cooking anyway. I'd always enjoyed it. So finally, I just kind of stepped to the side. I probably did that for like the first 2 years. I just was coming up with random stuff. And
Yeah.
then I decided to start doing tasting parties. And tasting parties, I used it to invite, it was an invite only. So I made it very exclusive. And it was how I created my menus. I
Mm.
let everyone come and taste it. And if you got invited, you paid a small fee to come and taste stuff. I gave gift bags out. It was kind of like I was using all my hobbies at once. I like to plan
Right.
parties, I like to plan events. And it was just like, ooh, I could plan a full event, which is something I wanted to do, and I can cook. And then
Mm-hmm.
boom, I can cook became
Yeah.
my slogan, which became my real company's name. I can cook for you.
I like
And
that.
that probably took place for 2 years. And then I just was like, girl, we got something here.
When you made this food, I was just thinking when you was talking to, I was like, do you realize you was the first Uber Eats and DoorDash when you were taking that stuff to work? You was the first Uber Eats delivering food to work and they get to eat.
I was supposed to
Uh,
get the subscription. I messed up.
yeah, yeah. You could have been the first one to do it. You messed that up, but you still can do it. Ain't never too late though. Um, was you when you prepare food for people, right? Even when you start doing events for people, was you afraid that they would not like the way it tastes? Like your food good, but you ever had that fear of what if they don't like it?
No. So here's the kicker. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have that by myself. When it was just me cooking, when I didn't have a staff, when I have no other person's opinion, I never had that fear. It
That's
was when
good.
I started feeling like I needed more help because the
Mm-hmm.
demand got higher. I was doing bigger events and stuff that I started to question it based off of someone asking me the question, like, you think they're gonna like it? And I was like, wait, what? Those questions never crossed my mind. I felt
Wow.
like if somebody came to my house and cooked, that's how I cook. I go in the
Yeah.
kitchen and I look at it like you're coming to dinner, and not once do I say, oh, I hope they like it. Never do I say that. But it was other people that started giving that fear, and I was like, no, I can't live in that lane. I can't cook
No.
from a place of fear. So,
So when you was growing up, like who inspired you growing up that you looked at that you was like, you know what, I want to cook just like them. I want my food to taste like that. Or was it anybody and it was just something you wanted to do?
well, when I was growing up in Jersey, it was a little different. My mom worked the night shift,
Hmm.
and she worked 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So most of the time, the way our kitchen was set up was, well, in Jersey we have gas. So the here in Virginia, like the bottom is like a storage space, but in New Jersey that was our broiler. So I
Mm.
could pull the broiler out, and my job was to do toast when I was a kid. That was my first job, toast. And from there, my mom moved me to shake and bake. At 4, I was doing shake and bake.
How much toast
So
did you burn?
never, I didn't burn no toast, but my
Okay.
teacher burned a lot of toast. Let me tell you. But
Okay.
we started doing shake and bake stuff. I don't know if y'all remember shake and bake, but we was big shake and bakers for a while.
Shake and bake. That's
And
the thing that came in the box right in the store.
yes, that's how
Okay.
we used to do it. We would shake and bake,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't get it out of the oven. So me and my brother are
Mm.
5 years apart, and his job was to set the timer based off of whatever number I gave him, and then we go back in the kitchen and open the oven and see if it's done. So it
Okay.
was kind of like my mom was building us to be independent because she worked the night shift, and my dad was there. He had his own special routine that he did, but it was like she brought us in to say, you're going to be able to eat whether we here or not. And it worked.
Wow. Well, what was the biggest party or people that attended, and have you ever like ran out of food, or like what was the biggest party, and was everybody like okay, for example, when I go some places, right, and they do catering,
Hmm.
they'll tell you when you first come up, only get one of each. That way they can keep enough for everybody else. Do you care about that, or you like get as much as you want?
So I wouldn't say I care about it necessarily. It's always, you know what, let me be honest. It's based on the client, if the
Hmm.
client cares about it.
Oh,
So
okay.
when we do consultations, that's the question I ask. Are you looking for people to get one or two things? Are you looking for people to really enjoy the buffet and they can get as much as they want? So that is where it comes from when someone gets in line and we're serving. If I say you can have one of everything or one of the other, it's based on the client and how much they wanted to pay for. But I would
You
say,
always got that one person that say, "Dang, she's stingy."
right?
Hey, we
But
only get one chicken.
people are eating with their eyes. They're not eating with their stomach. They're eating with their eyes. Because it's normally so much food to go around. But I would say my biggest event have been the military.
Mm,
Um, the military crowd is a different kind of crowd. It's never like one or two people, you know, when you get your 50, 60, it's always hundreds of people at a time.
yes.
Um, that's the only time I would say, honestly, that the fear kind of crept, like, I hope we got enough food. Like,
Right. Yeah, because the military people, a lot of them haven't had home cooked food in a long time. You know. So when you come in there, they're like, "Oh man, I'm about to tear this up."
and they're definitely my favorite because that's how they act too.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Um, what are your hobbies like outside of cooking? Like if you can take a break from cooking, something that you love to do, what is a hobby outside of cooking that you would do or like to do?
I love to travel.
Mm.
If
Have
nothing
you?
else, I would travel and I like to plan trips. I'm a real planner at heart. Like for
Okay.
real. Any and everything. If I can plan it, I would prefer to. So I I would love to travel more. Because that kind of went to the back burner. But I also like to do it for other people.
Yeah. Now, being that you're a chef, because when you said you like to travel, when you go other places and you try their food, is it disappointing because you're a chef, you know what it should taste like? Or are you like, hey, I might have to take this ingredient home and try to do something with it?
It depends on where we're traveling to. When I travel to other countries, I actually look for cooking classes in their
Mm.
countries as a part of my trip, so I get the full authenticity of their country. Um,
Oh,
so that's a
that's
big thing for
smart.
me everywhere we go. But like, not last year, but the year before, me and my husband went on our anniversary trip to Florida for the first time, and I think him telling them like we're chefs is
Hmm.
like a no go for me. Like every time that comes out, the food don't come out right every single time. So uh, that anniversary trip, we ended up having to work one day on our trip, and it was great the working part, the people we met, but when we switched over to being regular guests, it was where we would start looking at each other like, oh, this ain't it.
This
This
ain't
ain't
it.
it.
You know, you said something real interesting because I know when me and my girl and her family go on vacation, her daughter, she always liked to find the places that you can get that real food wherever you go. Like let's go to somewhere local and get the
Yeah.
food. But you said something that was different. You said that you would take a cooking class because you know the cooking class is going to taste exactly like what it should taste like.
Yes, because you're going to get, when you go to cooking classes, especially in a foreign country,
Hmm.
you're not getting your traditional trained chef. You're getting somebody whose grandmother's recipe, who feels it deep down in their spirit,
Hmm.
who is not in a chef coat. They're in their everyday clothes with an apron on that's ready to cook. It's a whole different kind of experience. It's not a formal thing. It's like when I learned to make lumpia, I learned it in the back of a Filipino store.
Wow.
Lady who owned the store, she had classes every week, and it was like $25 to $30 per class. And if you could make it, you could eat it, you could cook it. That was her
Wow.
slogan. And it was like 3 hours. You getting out of class at 11 o'clock at night, but it was this little tiny lady.
Yeah.
And that's how I looked at it. So after taking classes like that and then going to another country, that's what I expected. And that's what you get when you go to other countries. You get that kind of person. Now, when I was in Jamaica, I did do a formal class where it was a real chef teaching oxtails and stuff like that. But after that class, once he found out I was a
Mm.
chef, I had to go behind the scenes and I got the real person. And that's what I'm
Wow.
looking for.
Yeah, my favorite food is Caribbean food. We got a Caribbean spot out here. I live in Omaha, Nebraska now, and I went and I couldn't wait. I could not wait to go there, and I went there and I was very, very disappointed. So when I ended up going back home to Virginia, I was like, oh, let me go to MP's, and they food had fell off because they used to be really good, but they food is not like it used to be. But let me ask you, if you can pick one food, what would be your comfort food?
Mm. Ooh, that's hard.
Yeah, yeah, we get into the nitty gritty now, chef. Comfort food.
Ooh. I mean, soul food hands down will always be my number one pick. I have to
Okay,
say it always brings me comfort.
okay.
Um,
What
and
kind of
I
soul
would say
food?
that's the first thing. I'm a fried chicken, macaroni and
Okay.
cheese, candy
Mm-hmm.
yams, collard greens, cabbage, some kind of bread, sweet potato, cornbread.
Man, that just made me hungry. You might have to cook it, freeze it, and ship it to me.
Listen, I'm trying to figure out the shipping thing. I really am.
Man, listen, all you need is what? Cook it, and then you put it in a nice container. I don't know what kind, but you'll figure that out and put some dry ice in it to keep it cold. I mean, it'll work. So if you can cook, I give you this though. If you can cook for, let's just say one celebrity, if you can cook for one celebrity, who would you love to cook for and why?
One celebrity. Man. Uh, Years
Yeah.
ago, I would have said Maya Angelou because that was
Mm,
my idol. So I would have said it would have been her. Just read every book. Just it's a different. She gives me a different feeling, and it would have been like magical to me to
yeah.
to cook for her and just sit and pick her brain. I'm a reader. You can't tell right now because I haven't picked up a real book in a long time. Now I'm into the audio thing, but I love a real book. And my mom used to make me read, even in the summer times. We used to have to do book reports and stuff when we were kids. And um,
Not even for school, just for your mom.
no,
Wow.
listen,
I'm glad my
seriously,
mom would do it.
we went to school year round based off of my mom.
Wow. Yeah.
So summertime we did reading books and book reports, and we did math in the summertime. She had all kinds of
Yeah.
workbooks and stuff, and that was like you had to do class at home before you could go outside. That and chores.
Wow.
I
Listen,
had so many of Maya Angelou's books because of that that it just kind of kept it going for me. So I would say she would be the person I would definitely want to cook for if I could have cooked for a celebrity.
I mean, I can read, but I was that person in class that if when you know that line is coming to you, I'm reading that line while everybody else read. I'm reading it, reading it, reading. When it come to me, I still mess up. So reading won't fuck me. But as soon as you said her name, can you imagine how she would talk to you? Cause do you think that she would talk to you like she do her poems? Like, girl, that food is delicious. You know how she be. Wow, you mix the pork chop with the greens.
Definitely, definitely.
That would be
About to create a
hilarious.
poem right after she eats. She about to
That's
write
what I'm
her next
saying.
book.
That's what I'm saying. A poem about your food. What what's your signature dish?
So I would say I don't have one, but it would definitely probably be mac and telly cheese because it's named after me.
What is it called?
Mac and telly cheese. So instead of
What's the
macaroni and cheese, it's mac and telly.
what's the difference between macaroni and cheese? Is something else different in it?
Well, I didn't make that. I made mac and telly.
Oh,
So
I just caught it. I just caught it. I just caught
so
I just caught that. Wow.
I'm a cheese person, like a
Hmm.
real person. So I have a traditional mac and telly that I make across the board for everyone. But I have different versions of mac and telly cheese, from a all white one to a seafood one. I even have a vegan version of it. It's just I'm into cheese, and I feel like you shouldn't miss out if you're not into cheese. So I created a vegan mac and telly as well, but it's definitely
Wow.
mac and cheese.
That's wow. What's one meal that you think everybody should learn how to cook? What up, man? Thank you for joining the Family Time Podcast, Kevin. But what's that one meal you think everybody should know how to cook?
Mm. Spaghetti.
I mean, oh, I love me some spaghetti. What up, Fred? Thank you for joining. Spaghetti. How you make your spaghetti?
Now hold on, dog.
Nah. Oh, well, not the ingredients. Don't give out your secret telly recipe. Okay, like for me, if I eat spaghetti, my girl, she make good spaghetti. But when I make spaghetti, I like to cut up them Italian sausages in it. Is it certain things you? I'm trying to ask this question because I ain't trying to give your secrets away. But
So
okay,
yeah, I'm a texture person, which I
okay,
know a lot of people are funny about texture when it comes to food, but for me, the sauce is that I have to have Italian sauces. They have to be cut up, not ground Italian sauces. Those don't count. I don't feel like it's the same thing.
right.
Um, and I'm also a meat sauce on the side and noodles separate kind of person as well.
Hold on. Time out, time out. I don't think I ever seen sauce on the side and noodles separate.
Yeah, when I make them, like my dad used to put it all in one pot. He was a meatball person, not the meat sauce, but
Oh,
more of a
well,
meatballs, and then they
okay.
would all be mixed together.
Okay. So do you do? Okay, I do the same thing though, but when I'm finished, no, you're right. You're right. Now that I think about it, I do keep it separate, and then when I'm about to eat, okay, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen people do it like your dad do it though. What was your dad cooking good?
It was, it really was. He had his like select stuff that he could do.
Hmm.
He was into meatballs and stuffed meatballs, like cheese inside the meatballs. And they were huge, and he was a big sub person. So like when we were kids, and you used to take your lunch to school and you had those little dinky sandwiches,
You're right.
we didn't have those. Our friends used to call our subs torpedoes.
Torpedoes. Look at the people in the comments. Ike White, you can't cook, man. I can cook, man. Kevin, look at Fred. Y'all got me wanting to make some spaghetti now. Hey man, thank y'all for commenting in the comment section. I appreciate y'all joining Family Time Podcast with Chef Telly. Also in the comments, if you have any questions you want to ask her, man, feel free to ask her. Um, what was your do you have you ever had a kitchen disaster?
Ooh, a kitchen disaster. I
Yeah.
have.
Okay.
I've had a beautiful peach cobbler made that I worked so
Mm-hmm.
hard on, and I had it fall completely on the floor right before delivery.
No.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
It was your fault that it fell?
No, 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 not me.
Mm,
Not my fault. Definitely someone else's fault. But
wow.
those are the moments where you're like, it was an accident. You could clearly see it was an accident. Was no way to prevent it. But it's where you start really paying attention to the kitchen more. Like
Mm,
that pan pushed back further enough. Like that's when you start acting
right.
crazy.
I got a question from Romisha. She said, "Do you garden at all?"
I have a very tiny, tiny in-house garden. But once I move, I plan to have a big garden.
Mm. Yeah, I have seen people with some gardens, and some of that stuff can grow out of control.
It can go far left real fast. I would like to do a raised garden bed. Um, right now we're doing like the hydroponic gardening,
Hmm.
like those little kits you get off of Amazon.
Yeah.
But those really are great. I want to say it was like $60, $70, And it's a lot from that. I thought it was going to be like, oh, those little plants you get from Walmart, you cut the little trims off. No, it's a lot. It
Yeah.
is a lot. And it really does last. And after starting to garden, you start to see that the stuff in the stores is not the same. Like,
Mm. That's funny you said
uh,
that. I always wonder what's the difference between organic and like organic orange and a regular orange? Because when I pick both of them up, they look the same to me.
the soils are different.
And they get Kevin Fred talking about something he used cilantro to my spaghetti as a boy. Ain't nobody put no cilantro in their spaghetti.
Cilantro, he getting that little, oh, I like that though. That's different. It is a nice little kick.
Nah, chef, don't give him no praise. He gonna think he's a chef now. Don't do it. So look, my girl, my girl up here, she said for me to tell you about my little kitchen disaster that happened Thursday. I I went out. I go to work late, right? So I'll go until 11 in the morning. So I went out back, smoked me up a cigar, and in the meantime, I put a Sasha link on the stove. Now normally I'll put it in the middle, like not too low and not too high, but for some reason this time I put it on high. So
Mm.
I'm outside smoking my cigar, listening to some jazz. I'm getting ready to go in the house. She called me and said, "Hey, I got a call from the fire, the security people saying there's smoke in the house." And I'm like, "How's my cigar getting? Oh shit!" I ran in there, and the whole
Mm.
house was smoking. Cigar, I mean, the sausage just burnt on one side, man. I was like, yeah. So that was my kitchen disaster that happened this week. Um, so what was
But
your
did you eat
most
it?
challenging event?
But did you eat it though?
I mean, my mama always said, "Don't waste no food." Hey, so I bit it right. I bit it, and I could taste all that nasty burnt stuff on it, right? So I tried to scrape the burntness off, but I ate it though. But hey, man, I ain't wasting no food.
Mm, mm, mm.
Well, so what was your most challenging event?
As a catering event,
Yeah.
ooh, most challenging. Oh, the very first time that I thought I could do a full vegan menu, I have select vegan dishes that I'm good at.
Mhm.
But one day I said, girl, you could do this. Just not asking for nothing crazy. You could do it. I'll never do it again. Never do it
So,
again.
so you not why is the vegan so hard? Why is that so hard?
So with vegan stuff, it's the ingredients. So for me, anything that I make traditionally, I try to find the same consistencies in it as a vegan. So,
Mhm.
for example, when I decided to take my mac and telly and make it vegan, I wanted it to still have that creamy feel that my regular mac and telly has. And
Mm.
cheese in the vegan world is very, very different. So, um, I put together a lot of things to get the creamy consistency. So I actually, in my real mac and telly, I don't use cream cheese, but in my
You
vegan
don't?
version, I don't.
Mm.
I do not use cream cheese in my real mac and telly, but I did use it in my vegan one. Vegan cream cheese. I also use things like butternut squash and um, vegetable broth to create like it gives you the same feel that you would if you were getting my regular, I would say my regular mac and telly
Mhm.
without that cheese pull. That's the only thing you don't see is the cheese pull, but it gives you the same creamy consistency. So I did that, and I still do add other cheeses to it so that they have cheese. Well, their version of cheese, but
Mm.
I think that's
So
my thing. I want you to, if you're going to eat my food as a vegan, I don't want you to be like, what is this? And it looks crazy. I want it to be as close to what you remember when you was eating meat or
right.
um, because if not, it's kind of weird. So,
So would you say what Fred say? He said, how do I burn sausage? Man, everybody burned something before, but don't act like that. You know you burned something before. You probably burnt some fried bologna before. He said, do you put mushrooms in your spaghetti?
No,
No?
because I
Good.
don't like mushrooms.
Me either. They ain't got no
But
taste to it. I don't know what's the point. Chef, what's the point of mushrooms, for real?
well, listen, if you want my opinion, I'm gonna just tell you it's just nothing but yeast. It's a fungus. That's what it is. It's just a fungus. But the cool thing about mushrooms, even though I don't in my household we don't do mushrooms, but I
Mm,
do it in certain options. If, again, for a vegan or a vegetarian, I would do it. It just helps because mushrooms come in so many different ways. They have great texture to be a lot of things. A lot of people use different mushrooms and they can look like chicken breasts. Like
hmm.
they substitute as a lot of great things. That's why I like them, but I don't like how they taste, so I don't eat them.
Right. I just don't see the point in them because you can't taste something. And you want to know something else I don't see the point in? A lot of people might get mad about this. I don't see the point in eating crabs because I always been a big boy, you know. And my mom and my brother and all them sit around and have seafood day. And this was back when McDonald's and Burger King Whoppers and Big Mac was $1. And I tell my mom, can I get $1 to go just get me a sandwich? Because, Chef, what's the point of breaking that crab and getting that little piece of meat? I never understood that. They be fighting too. Are you a seafood person?
I do like seafood, but this is a great question for my husband because he's a crab eater. He is a crab, fried crabs, regular crabs, crab
Mm,
legs. I'm good with crab legs because I feel like you're doing less work to get the meat, or
yes.
if you just did, the crab meat in the can. But to get crabs and sit and break them apart, that's something I did as a kid.
Hmm.
I do every blue moon, but it's not my cup of tea because it is a lot of work. But every so often, if I get into the mood, I'm for it.
Yeah.
Especially like if he does like TNT
Hmm.
and he does their fried crabs. That's a different kind of taste there.
So, Chef, I came up with something new for my podcast. So you're gonna be the
Okay.
first person I try this with. So it's the rapid fire family time 7 hot seat questions. So I'm gonna ask you what you think, or I mean, well, it's kind of like a. You just tell me which one you'll pick. Okay,
Okay.
sweet or sour,
Sweet
chicken or seafood,
chicken.
pancakes or waffles,
Ooh. Pancakes.
favorite seasoning,
You said what?
favorite seasoning.
Oh, it's
That you
mine. It'll be my seasoning.
tell people what it is. What's your seasoning?
All of it. That's
All
what it's
of it.
called. All of it.
Oh,
So you can
favorite
put it on
dessert.
anything. You can put it on
You
anything.
no, I'm with you. I'm with you because we went to an event and this guy, you can put it on anything. So I know what you're saying. It's your favorite dessert.
Mm. Anything chocolate or anything apple.
Mm, I'm more of a carrot cake. Yeah, carrot cake.
Ooh.
I don't even care if I'm on a diet. Carrot cake gotta come with it. Um, cast iron or non-stick.
Mm. Cast iron has so many great benefits, but you got to have a seasoned cast iron for it to be right.
Talk to him, chef.
I'm just saying, if you don't season that cast iron, your food will stick and you'll hate it. But if you season it right, the way you're supposed to, not traditional washing, but you put that oil on and you put that thing in that oven, it'll
Mm-hmm.
be your best friend.
Let me see. I got a question. Okay. Last last question. Then I read the comments. One of the comments. One one meal forever.
Ooh, one meal forever. Can I have as many things in the meal as I want?
I mean, when they say one meal, yeah, I guess so, because it's one meal. No matter what you put in it, it's one meal.
I'm a steak person, but I'm also a fried chicken person.
Mm. Let's go to the let's go to the comments real quick. Let me scroll down. Sheila, my girlfriend said, "Do you have a menu or list of foods so people can pick out what they would like? And do you give suggestions when someone want you to cook for a small gathering?"
Yes, I have a full catering menu. So I have multiple menus. I have a full catering menu based off of it's normally a bigger size. And then if I do private chef, where we cook on site, depending on the amount of people, there's a specialty menu that comes with that because I'm willing to do more stuff that I wouldn't do in bulk. Um, and I do customized menus based off of what people like and things like that. That's a part of the consultation process. If someone comes and says, I have an idea, but as long as it's something in my wheelhouse that I'm comfortable doing, I would do it. But normally I do just have a standard menu that I pass out to everybody
Mm.
that comes for catering.
Oh wow. Um, Romisha says, "I'm a fan of dill weed. I'll put it on everything. Have you ever used it before? And if so, on what?"
I have never used dill weed on everything, but I may have to add more to it. I make these cups that, when I say cups, they're like, oh man, I make them in a mini cupcake pan, and
Hmm.
it's like croissant dough, um, uh, on the side. But I do like lemon dill fish dishes, stuff like that. I use dill for. I do it with certain cranberry dishes. It has a nice little taste for the cranberry.
Mm. Um, what does dill weed taste like? I don't think I had that before.
Ooh, to me, it's like a. That's why I pair it with fish a lot. It has like a fresh, vibrant taste.
Mm.
It does really good with lemon stuff too. It's like lemon already has that like mwah, that pucker taste. The dill
Hmm.
will give you that the kiss at the end.
Mm. So, have you or are you willing to travel to cook for people?
Yes, I always travel. I am for it. We haven't traveled this year, but a couple of years in the past, we've done a lot of stuff on the East Coast. I haven't been traveling to the West Coast to cook, but I do travel up and down the coast. We go
Mm.
all the way up to New York and all the way down south to Myrtle Beach. Yes, I will
Wow.
travel anywhere, including out of the country, because I have a passport. As long as they are paying for it, I will come and we will cook.
Wow. So what's next for you, chef? What do you see that you got going on? What's next for the chef?
So I have a huge imagination.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
um, so right now it's uh, looking for my next place. We just closed my last brick and mortar back in September. So now
Hmm.
I'm looking for a space that will accommodate um, all of my stuff so I can get rid of storage units.
Hmm.
And I would like to expand into helping postpartum and pregnant women because
Oh,
I
that's pretty
felt
dope.
like after I became a mom, I felt like that was the hardest thing, the food portion of pregnancy and then after pregnancy. But more so, it was hard, not the cooking part, but knowing what you need in order to get your body back and you back to the person that you were.
Hmm.
Um, so I would like to do something where I could help pregnant women, um, kind of on a stage of like a shelter, but on a business setting where they could come and get meal prep. I could meal prep for their families, educational classes, but through food to get them back to health, but through food.
Wow, that sounds pretty dope. I mean, you said you got a big imagination, but your imagination started with helping people, and that's a plus. That just shows where your heart is. That shows what you want to do in life. So, hey, I hope that imaginary come true for you for sure. We got another question from Fred. He said, "Chef, where can I purchase your seasoning?"
Oh, you can purchase it directly through me. Um, I do need to get our link back out, but you can DM or email I can cook for you two, the number two at gmail.com. Or you could go to any of my pages, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, for I can cook for you and place your order that way.
So do you have a book? Do you plan on doing a book as a chef? Like, what do you feel? How do you feel about a book?
So I'm working on an ebook right now. Um, I probably have about 4 or 5 ebooks that I plan to drop over the next year and a half. Different ones for different things. I definitely want to do a holiday cookbook for people. I want a dietary one, and then a hardback book is going to be dropping probably in 2 years, and it's pretty much my journey that I'm working on in the background.
Do you Because I was just thinking when you said book, are you gonna do the auto version too?
Oh, the
Because you
audio
said
version?
audio version, yeah.
I would love to. I would love to, because then they get to hear my personality through the book.
Oh, so this dude Fred, don't if you read the comments, chef, don't mind Fred. Me and him joked a lot in school, so he just think every question got to be a joke. But he said, "What's your IG?" Her IG is I can cook for you, right, chef?
Yes. I'm gonna put it in the chat because it has those underscores just to make it easy, but it's the same thing as my screen name.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Put all of them in the chat, even your email for them to buy your seasoning as well. Um, Chef, do you have any advice for any aspiring chefs that's coming up?
I do. So I think it's a gift and a curse that I'm a giver and I'm a people person.
Hmm.
Um, but I think if I was going back and I was doing it over, I had the mindset of I'm a giver naturally.
Hmm.
Um, and that's what's, I think that's the biggest part we've always given. Whether we had it or not, you just give because you don't want to see anybody go hungry. I fed the homeless people because I'm not throwing food away. Even Thanksgiving time, I felt like they deserve Thanksgiving food too. So when I had my brick and mortar, we always gave out food and stuff like that. Same thing with getting contracts with people. If they said this was their budget, I just always made it work. So if I was going back to do things over, I would say you have to have a business mind. You have to think about the business as a business owner and not as a regular person. Um,
Mm,
because I'm in the spirit of giving to the point where I'm giving everything away. And the reality is, I still have a business and I still have a company that I have to run.
right.
So at the end of the day, in order to do things right, I would say to start out fresh, you definitely want to do everything in a business mindset. You want to have a business bank account and you want to talk to someone that is going to give you real information and they're not going to I feel like now everybody has a how to get rich quick scheme,
Hmm.
and with all of those it's 5,000 things that you take their course for, but you still don't really get anything. It's always like another part to pay more then you get this, pay more then you get this,
Right.
and you're 10 courses in and you're still at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I would say you would need a real mentor, a real person, whether it's going to the bank to find funding. Um, but I was a person that pretty much, when I started, I just put everything into my business. It was all of my personals into my business. I didn't finance. I've self self done this
Yeah.
business the whole time. I've self financed my own company since I've started. I've never
Wow.
gotten a big funding from a bank or anything. I didn't do the traditional route. So I would say I would, if I went back, I would definitely do that instead. Um,
Mm.
just because I know now, of course, because I've been in business this long, that putting all my personal into everything was a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I thought it was right at the time. So I would definitely take myself out, and I would tell someone, take yourself out of the equation. You have to think like a business person in order for your business to grow. You cannot have the personal side of it.
Wow. That's dope. That's dope, man. I mean, anybody who's listening to that message, man, you need to rewind this back and listen to it again. I mean, cause that was some great advice, man. So Chef, do you have any final words or messages that you want to put out there, or if you want to promote something, or you want people to go somewhere to find you? Is there any information that you want to put out there so people can go look for you, find you, or anything you want to share?
Yes, yes, yes. Currently, my family is transitioning to move. We have less than 30 days to move, and we're asking people for their help. We have a GoFundMe page at this time, and we're asking for donations on there. But we would like a better way for you to support is by supporting the business. If you order meal prep, because that's one of the biggest things I have going right now is meal prep, whether it's family style or individual. We also open our Thanksgiving calendar because we already have a Thanksgiving booking. So I felt like it was important to open for everybody.
Right.
So you could book a catering order if you could afford it. If not, please donate to our GoFundMe to help us out. Um,
Um,
Seasonings, whatever you could do, we're here for it.
Make sure in the comments you put that GoFundMe in the comments too, Chef. So when people when people haven't had the chance to watch this live, they can also see that in the comments as well. Um, so Chef, was this your first interview?
Yes.
And I asked you that because your husband told me you was a little nervous. I think you did awesome. You did great, and you handled that like a professional. How do you think you did?
Thank you. I was very nervous. One, I never do the live thing because I feel like I'm gonna get up here and fumble, mess around. Well, you see how long it took us to get on
Hmm.
here.
Right.
Um, but you just don't know how people are perceiving you at that moment. And I'm like, Lord, what if I cough? I start choking or something.
Right. Yeah. I mean, see,
And
with me, I always wanted to do Family Time podcast, just to let people have a voice. People want to shout out their mentor, give people flowers, but I started doing these cards just in case I don't have nothing to say. But I don't like to feel like it's an interview. I like to feel like you on a FaceTiming with your family or friend. You know what I'm saying? So I just want I like to wing it sometimes because I want my guests to feel comfortable. I don't want them necessarily to make it feel like an interview. And you did a great job.
and it does feel like that. It does feel like you're just having a regular conversation that you're not going I guess because there's no scripts. It
Right.
just feels more natural. And
Hmm.
a lot of times that was my concern if the questions were going to be like not generic, but um, just like catch you off guard. But this felt
Right.
like normal.
So Sheila, my girlfriend, babe, whatever you drilling in the background, you know it's coming all the way up here. But anyway, she said, how far do you need to place an order if you want Thanksgiving dinner?
Well, I'm taking orders now, so the sooner the better because normally by September, October-ish, I'm normally sold out of slots.
Mm, wow. So, um, in closing, Chef, thank you for taking out the time to come on Family Time Podcast. I was just thinking too, Chef, if you ever get a moment in time, if you ever want to go live as you prep your meal or as you're cooking something, we can do that too.
Oh, that would be dope.
I don't know how you feel about people watching. Some chefs might not want people to watch them cook either, though. So I don't know.
No, I'm not that kind of person.
Okay.
I do cooking classes and everything, so it would be weird if I felt some kind of way about going
Right.
live for that.
Well, don't forget, Chef, to make sure you put your the GoFundMe in the chat so people can go and support and help you and your family as well. Make sure y'all please support Chef Telly. As you can see, she's a woman. She's a black woman. Please support. She's all about her work. She loves giving to people. She loves doing things for people. So make sure y'all check her out. Chef, once again, I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm glad you wasn't nervous. I appreciate that as well. I want you to feel like family. When you ever want to come back on Family Time Podcast with me, just let me know.
Well, thank you for having us.
You're
Us as in
welcome.
me and my family, since we
Yeah,
family.
yeah. I'm gonna get your husband up here soon. I'm gonna get him up here. And because he wanted to do one as well, so I'm definitely gonna get him up here. So, what we always do at the end of the show, I don't know. I'm gonna say it, and then if you want to repeat it with me afterwards, you can, Chef. Okay? You ain't got to. No pressure. We always say, "We family now." Hey, hey. We family
We're
now.
family now.
Hey, hey.
Hey, we're family
Okay.
now. Hey,
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, and that's how we're gonna end it. Chef, thank you once again. I appreciate you. Make sure you check her out on Facebook, Instagram, and you got TikTok, Chef?
yes,
Make sure at I Can Cook for You. Did I say that right?
yes, I can cook for you.
Make sure y'all check her out. Please, please support her. She got her GoFundMe on the on the page in the chat. So make sure y'all check her out and support Chef, man. Once again, thank you, Chef, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Bye bye.
Bye.
We family now, hey, hey. We family now, hey, hey. Family Time Podcast with Ike Jokes, where it's real talk and real laughs. Coming family, we family now, hey, hey.